Hello guys, today I'm interviewing Bradley O Corrner. He is making his professional debut the 2nd of July, Plymouth Guards Hall on Goodwin Boxing Show with a stacked night of action, including the likes of Conor Adaway in his 6th rounder, Constantine, and of course you making your debut. It should be a good night, shouldn't it?
That's right. Yeah, it's going to be a great night. It's a card that is stacked with local talent from around the southwest and beyond. Yeah. And yeah, I believe it's going to be a very good night. It's a good show to make my debut on. I'm very, very excited for it.
Yeah, hometown, isn't it?
It's my hometown. Yeah. It's about 10 minutes from where I live, so I couldn't ask.
So not far.
No, not far at all.
So as it cut out yesterday, we were talking about we were talking about Lewis.
We were talking about Lewis, yeah, and his last fight, and unfortunately he didn't perform as he could have because he got food poisoning.
Yeah.
You know, these things happen. But I believe he's having a rematch with the guy that he drew with him. He didn't lose. He drew with him.
Yeah,
It wasn't a Lewis that we know. You know, I believe he's going to do much better in this fight, and he'll definitely win the rematch, in my opinion.
Yeah, easily.
If he get food poisoning,
at least he didn't lose when he got food poisoned.
No, and that's a credit to him as well, because food poisoning is not very nice, and it saps your body of energy. So he done very well to get a draw.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
He said he was throwing up in the ring, I think.
He did, yeah. Straight after, he threw up in the ring. Yeah, and he afterwards as well. He was sick for quite a long time. So
were you there?
I was there, but unfortunately, Lewis's fight was the only one I missed because I was waiting for my girlfriend to get ready in the hotel room, and girls take a long time to get ready. So I'll come into the York Hall just as Conor Adaway's fight started, and I missed Lewis's fight, unfortunately.
But did you see the result on the night?
No, I didn't. As I came in, Conor had started his first round, so I didn't actually see it, but I did watch it afterwards on YouTube, and he done all right. And I could see from the video that it wasn't. You know, I've trained with Lewis for years. We've travelled up and down the country together, boxing as amateurs, and it definitely wasn't. That's probably one of Lewis's worst performances, and it couldn't be helped. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah. So is he rematching that guy on the undercard?
He is, yeah. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm sure it's the same guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll beat him.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and then you're fighting as we were talking earlier, you're fighting Constantine Radoy, who's 0-12 currently, but he's got a few in the pipeline before your fight. But you said that you watched him against Conor Adaway. Did you see much that you think that you can go for the stoppage, or what did you see in that fight?
I saw a few things. When Conor boxed, Conor's a back foot fighter, and he likes to counter punch a lot. So it's a complete different style from the way I box. And from what I've seen, Radoy, he likes to come forward on the front foot.
Yeah.
And that's my game as well. So it should be a good gel of styles, and it'll be a fan friendly fight, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of punches thrown and a lot of aggression, which is what people want to see, isn't it?
Yeah. And then maybe you'll catch him with one of your shots.
That's the plan.
Catch him off guard.
Catch him off guard, yeah.
He's a very game fighter, though. He's
very, very game. But I'm also very, very game. So I'm very excited for this fight. It should be a good fight to watch. I've seen a few things there I'm working on that I'm going to try and exploit in there. But then again, this is my first fight. This is my first professional fight. I had my last amateur fight just before the pandemic. So, I've got to... Could be a bit of ring rust there to shake off, but either way, I'm very excited to get back in the ring.
Yeah. Have you sold many tickets for your fight?
I've sold a fair few. Yeah, I've sold so far about a third of my allocation. I've sold a fair
That's
few
good.
ringsides, and yeah, I've not really been out there and promoted myself that much yet. But starting in next month, starting in June, that's when I'm going to pick things up. The training's going to pick up, the ticket sales are going to pick up, and yeah, I'd imagine tickets start flying out.
Yeah, because you've got like a whole month to do it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and the last time, like I told you yesterday before the interview cut out,
Yeah.
my original debut was supposed to be April the 10th, 2020.
Yes.
Fortunately, it's COVID and the lockdown was 3 weeks before. And I'd sold all of my tickets by then, so
Did you?
I've got no doubt I'll sell the tickets easily.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So have you ever like boxed in the amateurs at this place where you're fighting?
No, not in the Guildhall. I've very rarely fought in Plymouth as an amateur because amateur boxing isn't, it's not as successful in this part of the country as it is elsewhere. So we had to do a lot of traveling. I boxed I've boxed Birmingham, I've been to London so a few times,
Yeah.
Bristol. I've boxed in 2 tournaments in London, the Haringey Box Cup. The
Yeah.
first year I boxed in that, 2018, I lost in the semi-finals, and then the year after I came back and I won the gold medal in my weight category.
That's good, mate. Do you train with that Marcus Hodgson who's fighting on the card?
I do, yeah. I trained with Marcus. I was training with Marcus Monday night, actually.
Yeah, because I was at I think it was his last fight against Rams Mahmood. It was earlier this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he done very well in that fight.
he did. Yes, it's on YouTube now currently.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a good
I
watch.
was there though.
Oh, you were there in person. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I brought the tickets off Mahmood because I've interviewed him like before the fight. So like I was there for rounds, but I thought maybe you'll give 2 rounds to Marcus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good considering Marcus didn't have a lot of preparation leading up to that fight,
yeah,
and unfortunately he didn't have our coaches in his corner because they couldn't make it. He done very well, and I think he's pushing for the rematch. So
is he?
hopefully, I think so. That's what he's told me. Hopefully, if he does get it, then he'll perform a lot better than he did.
Yeah, I think Rams Mahmood said he should be fighting for a Southern area soon, so it will be good to see Marcus getting a title shot.
Yeah, was that first fight? Was that for the Southern area?
No, it wasn't for a title. It was just 6 rounds, and then Rams is fighting 23rd of July for the Southern area, and then I think if he wins, he'll fight Marcus. I don't know, but I think Marcus is fighting the same night as you.
He is, yeah. He is on the
rematch with Luke Fash.
Luke Fash, that's right, yeah.
Yes, a very tough journeyman. I think they drew last time out.
That's right, yeah. They drew. I didn't make it to that show, unfortunately. That was back in October last year, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And they drew, yeah. But yeah, like you say, he's another tough opponent, Luke Fash. I think he boxed the night in York Hall where I've seen Connor box Radoy, and he looked.
He did,
yeah. He looked like a solid opponent, so it should be a good fight.
Yeah, I think the rematch Marcus will put it right.
Yeah, he's got to really.
He has to.
Same with Lewis. They're both rematching people that they drew with, so they've got it all to win.
Yeah.
So it's a good motivator for them,
Yeah. Do you think Marcus or like Constantine or Connor will be main eventers? I think they're all 6 rounders.
Yeah, more than likely. I'm not too sure who the main event is actually going to be.
I would say probably Connor or Marcus, but you might be maybe unless hopefully you get like your win out the way and then you can go and support your gym mates, or if maybe Lewis is on first. I don't really know, but
I'd imagine because I'm the only fighter on the card making my debut, I'll be on one of the first, if not the first fight on, which I'm happy with because I haven't boxed in a while, so the nerves are going to be there. So I want to just get there and, like say, just get in there and to be able to watch the rest of my teammates box, get the first one out of the way.
Yeah, because there's about 5 of you. There's yourself, Connor, Constantine, Lewis, and Marcus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good card that you're on as well. Good action.
It is a very good card. I can ask for much more of a card to make my debut on, to be honest with you.
Yeah. What age did you start boxing?
I started boxing at age 13, training on and off. I never stuck at it seriously until I was about 17, 18.
Yeah.
And that's when I started training solidly, non-stop, was improving. And then I had my first amateur fight age 19. And I never looked back until the pandemic hit. And obviously that disrupted everybody's lives, didn't it? And so couldn't train, couldn't go to the gym, but I made my own gym at home during that time and just kept practicing. I never stopped training in between those times, and I've still improved. I've just not fought.
Yeah.
So
how old are you, mate?
I'm 26.
Yeah.
I know I don't like it with this bald head, but yeah, I'm 26.
So you've got quite a long time to go in your career. You've got so how many more fights after? So you'll get your debut out of the way. Hopefully you'll win. I'm sure you will win, mate. And then how many more after this fight? Because it's July you fight.
Well, I'm hoping to have another fight sometime in the autumn, maybe.
What, so September or August?
September, October time,
And then maybe one before Christmas, so 2 more.
If the opportunity's yet there, then I'd happily box before that. I'd like to box as frequently as I possibly can whilst I'm still young enough.
You're lightweight, as you were saying yesterday.
I'm a lightweight, yeah.
Yeah.
The first fight is going to be at lightweight, and when title opportunities present themselves in the future, then I'll more than likely drop down to super featherweight. Yeah.
So you'll try it be 4-0, 3-0 by the end of the year.
Hopefully, yeah, that's the plan.
Hopefully, mate. So trying to build your record up.
Yeah, that's right. Build a record up, build up the fan base, and hunt for those titles. That is the plan.
Mate. When you're champion, mate, don't forget the people who supported you at the small hall shows when you come big, mate.
Oh no, never. You can't forget those people. Boxing is built on the fans, Without the fans and without the journeyman, there would be no pro boxing. So
yeah, because the journeyman, you've got to respect the journeyman.
Exactly. Without them, the sport would be nothing.
Yeah.
It's not the same as amateur boxing, where every fight everyone's trying to win.
Yeah.
These journeymen, they build the sport, and they build up the superstars of the sport.
Yeah. Do you think Constantine will be coming to winners? He might be wanting to win a fight soon.
I hope he does. I hope he's coming to win, because I want to put on a good show for the fans.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let him win.
Yeah, don't let him win, mate. Don't let him.
Yeah.
Are you orthodox or southpaw? Because I've never watched you fight before.
I am orthodox, but I do like to switch it up when the time is right.
So I can see. Wait, so what's your favourite punch then, mate?
Probably my left hook. Probably left hook to the body. It's
funny because lots of boxers that I interviewed, the majority of them are orthodox, but some of them say they do like their left hooks.
Yeah, that is my favourite punch. I like to work the body a lot, and the left hook to the liver is a good tool in my arsenal, and I use it a lot. I try to set it up more now. Try to not just throw it randomly. I try to change levels, throw a combination to the head, and then so I could sink in a big shot to the liver.
Yeah. Are you have you seen that Canelo v Triple G's been announced?
Yes, I did see that yesterday.
Yeah. Who do you
I
think
did
wins
expect
the
that.
trilogy?
I think Canelo wins it again. I think, Triple G is just, he's still a good fighter, but he's just getting too old now. He's what, 40? And
40,
Canelo's still in his prime, and unless Triple G can knock Canelo out, which I don't see happening because Canelo's got a very good chin, and he'll lose the decision. But I also can't see Canelo stopping Triple G because that man's chin is cast iron.
Yeah. It should be a good fight. I can't wait for that.
It will be a very good fight. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But I think Canelo will win.
I think
even if he doesn't win,
yeah.
Even if he doesn't win, he'll win on the scorecards.
Yeah. Do you think I thought he should have rematched Bivol down at one at super middle, because I don't know. I just think he should rematch Bivol down at super middleweight.
I think he wanted to, didn't he? But I think Bivol didn't agree to drop down a weight, which is fair enough. It's not his weight division. Canelo can't come up to his weight, lose, and then ask him to drop down so he can rematch him. It doesn't work like that.
Does Canelo still have the super middleweight titles?
He does, yeah. He is undisputed super middleweight champion still, and I think he's putting all those belts on the line when he rematches Triple G. Yeah,
he should be. So is Canelo one of the fighters you like watching?
Canelo is, yeah, he is one of my favorite fighters to watch, and I tried to learn a lot of his style. We're both similar in that we're quite short and stocky for our weight classes, so we box in a similar way. High hands, a lot of body shots, head movement.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like his style of boxing. I like it a lot.
Any other boxers that you like watching, or?
I like to watch. I'm a big fan of Alexander Usyk. He's a very, very good boxer to watch. His technical ability is, it's insane, really. He's like a heavyweight version of Lomachenko.
Yeah.
So fast, so accurate, and just very hard to hit. He's got very good footwork.
Do you think he'll beat AJ in the rematch?
I do, yeah. I think he'll win, but I think it'll be a different fight from the first one. I think AJ is going to come back with a different approach than what he did before, because he tried to box Usyk before, and he's never going to win that way, is he? So
no,
he's got no choice but to switch it up. I think he has to use his size and his strength to his advantage and try and rough Usyk up. But Usyk's a smart man, and I think he'll find a way around that somehow.
He'll do the job again.
He'll do the job again.
Yeah.
He may stop Joshua because we've seen Joshua's not. His chin's not. It's nothing special. He gets clipped and he gets hurt. So
yeah,
Usyk's not the biggest puncher, but if he does catch him, time him with a good shot or a good combination, then we could get AJ in trouble.
It's heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen.
Exactly, anything. That one punch can change the fight.
Yeah.
Same goes
for
any
proves it. One fight, one punch.
One punch, yeah, it could change any fight.
That's why I'm a Wilder fan. He's just pure excitement. You just never know when it could come. Do you think Wilder? Who do you think Wilder should fight next?
I think he should fight Andy Ruiz next.
That would be
a very good fight. And they're both looking to come back.
Yeah.
Well, Andy Ruiz won his last fight, but it was very controversial.
Yeah.
And he hasn't boxed in a while, so why not make that fight?
I think Ruiz will cause him some problems in it, but eventually I think Andy will tire out and Wilder will catch him with one of the bombs.
Yeah, he might catch him even when he's tired. Wilder's dangerous from round 1 all the way to round 12. You can never count him out of a fight because he's got that one bingo punch, and it just shuts people off.
Yeah, my boxers I mainly watch at Deontay Wilder, Canelo, Terence Crawford mainly. Those are the top 3 for me at the minute.
Yeah, Crawford's very good to watch. He's another technical master. Everything he does is perfect. Really, he doesn't waste any punches. He does everything for a reason. He's fast, powerful, accurate. It's good to watch.
Yeah. And then before he retired, I liked Vladimir Klitschko. I thought he was pretty good.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I liked Klitschko. Like some people say, he's got a boring style, but he does what works well for him.
Yeah.
And he does it to perfection. So.
Did you watch his fight with AJ a few years ago?
I did. Yeah. I watched it on pay-per-view.
I think that was one of the first fights I ever watched because I was I don't know, 6 then.
You were 6?
7, I think.
Really? That's a good fight to get you into boxing. Good introduction fight.
Yeah, because I think my dad was cheering for AJ, so I supported Klitschko just to annoy him.
Yeah, I think I support Klitschko as well.
You not
just because I like
AJ?
it. I like AJ, but I like Klitschko more.
Yeah. It was a good fight right down to the wire until AJ stopped him. I think it was late on.
Yeah. I think maybe if that fight happened a few years earlier, then the outcome would have been different because Klitschko was 40 at the time.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have fought. He was 40 years old.
Yeah. It could have been different if he fought Fury a few years ago as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think he was 38 when he fought Fury or something around that.
38, 39. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was getting on a bit.
He was still good, but he wasn't
not what he used to be.
Yeah.
He used to just demolish everybody.
He did, yeah.
Every dog has his day, and everybody gets old, and you can't box forever. So I think he's done himself credit by retiring when he did.
Yeah, I think I was watching one of his fights the other day. I think it was against David Hay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he totally dominated David Hay. David Hay couldn't really get close to him. And he came up with an excuse afterwards about his toe, didn't he? Which sort of... Yeah, he said he had a broken toe. And that's why he couldn't box as well as he could have. But, excuses never make anyone look good, do they?
No, not really. Just...
Yeah, I believe...
Even when you lose a fight, you just take it on the chin and you go again.
Exactly. Just take it on the chin.
You don't start moaning and saying...
No, you just make yourself look... You don't look humble.
You just make yourself look a bit like an idiot. If you
have a genuine reason why, say, you're in a fight and your shoulder was dislocated and everybody could see that, and that's fair enough excuse.
Or if it was a robbery, like Jack Catterall v Josh Taylor.
Oh God, that was a robbery of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I gave Taylor 3 rounds, 2 rounds, maybe.
At most.
Maybe 3 if you're nice.
If you're nice, yeah. But at the best, 3 or 4. Yeah, he did not win that fight.
Never won that. And apparently he's not even giving Catterall the rematch.
I don't think he is. No, I think he's avoiding him. I think
Catterall took him to school.
He did. It's a shame, really, that these things happen because Catterall, it's potentially life-changing for him and he deserves to have that experience. And it was taken out of his hands, unfortunately. He did everything he could. And it was not his fault.
Yeah.
He should be the undisputed welterweight champion right now, but he's not.
I like before that fight, I liked watching Josh Taylor quite a lot because he was good. But Catterall, I did watch before because I thought he a few of his fights. But going into that fight, I generally thought that Taylor was going to stop him.
I think everybody did. I think that's why like it was seen as such a massive controversial fight because the underdog, who everybody thought was just going to get stopped, absolutely gave him a boxing lesson, took him to school, like you say, and then he got robbed.
Yeah.
And it's just not right, really.
Yeah.
That could have been it. That could have been his life-changing moment, and it was
Yeah.
he was robbed of it.
I even though I wanted Josh Taylor to win, I kind of wanted Catterall to get the decision because he deserved it, and maybe I wanted like Taylor to go back into the rematch because I thought that would be fair.
Yeah, you know, he's got every reason to take that rematch if he truly believes that he won that fight, which I believe that he said he did.
He did. Even his trainer said that he won, but he didn't.
If he really truly believes he won, then he should just take the rematch and prove it again.
And show that he's a better fighter than him and prove us all wrong.
And I don't believe that he feels that way. I think he knows he was well and truly beat, and he's now avoiding the rematch.
Yeah. Do you think Catterall would beat him in the rematch, or do you think it would be a different story if they rematched?
I think it'll be a different story because it could be a different story because, you know, that was a big thing to happen to Jack, to have those, to be robbed of those titles. So he may have lost a bit of motivation, but you never know. It could work the opposite way. He could be even more motivated. So it all depends on how he deals with it mentally.
Yeah, but Josh could be motivated because loads of fans are saying he lost the fight, so it could motivate him to win. But you never know.
It could be possible that Josh Taylor underestimated Jack Catterall in the first fight.
I think he did.
Yeah, but more than likely he did underestimate him a bit. And if they did rematch, he'll probably take him a little bit more seriously. And yeah, it will change the fight. But Jack has proved he's more than capable of standing in there with him.
If you look at the cards, I think someone had 115, 113 to Taylor.
Yeah, I don't understand those cards. I don't understand what fight.
What were they watching?
Yeah.
Oh, it was in Josh's hometown, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Yeah, hometown decision there.
But still, I don't think the judges were Scottish.
No, I'm not sure if they were or not. But
some of the decisions recently have been absolutely bad.
Yeah, even the Canelo fight with Bivol,
how's that close?
Yeah, it's not right. It shouldn't be happening. Something needs to be done about it. But unfortunately,
it's good that Bivol got the nod because he clearly won the fight. But when it went to decision, I thought we would have another robbery, and I thought they would have given Canelo the nod.
Yeah, that's it. I thought that it's happened in a few of Canelo's fights, isn't it? And he's quite well known for it.
No, but Canelo beat Billy Joe pretty fairly.
He beat him convincingly, yeah.
And then Caleb Plant was a bit back and forth, but he managed to get the job done, which is the main thing. On the edge of my seat the whole time with the Plant fight.
Yeah, Plant was.
Caleb Plant's a good boxer, isn't he?
He is. He's a very good boxer. He was at boxing Canelo for the majority of that fight, wasn't he?
Yes,
Until he eventually, Canelo caught up with him and finished the job.
Yeah.
But that's why fights are 12 rounds.
Yeah.
That's why title fights are 12 rounds, because it doesn't all come down to.
What's your boxing aim for, when do you think you'll push on for titles? Maybe 2023, or what's the main plan in your career?
Well, my plan is, to build myself up, build up the experience, get back in the ring, build up a following. And my aim is to achieve as much as I possibly can, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've got no set, goal in mind, but the only goal is to win and just be the best boxer I possibly can be.
Yeah. And my last question for you is, do you have any advice for people who want to be a boxer when they're older?
Any advice? It would be to just be disciplined, believe in yourself, and don't cut any corners, because you don't play boxing. It's not a sport where you can, you can't rely on your teammates to support you. Everything you do, it's just you in there taking those punches. So you need to live your life in a way that's gonna, help you in the ring.
Yeah.
And you have good days and bad days in the gym.
Yeah.
Don't let it deter you.
Yeah. And do you want to shout out like either your trainer or any of your sponsors or your sparring partners? Anyone who you want to shout out who's helped you so far?
Give out a shout out to my coaches, Marley Dan, Shane Radmore, Brendan Jones, and my 4 sponsors at the moment. They've helped me massively with the costs of licensing and training fees, which is Lock Electrical in Plymouth, Ocean City Roofing in Plymouth, AF Bathroom and Heating also in Plymouth, and Freestyle Tattoo Studio is also in Plymouth.
Yeah.
Those are my sponsors.
I want to say a massive thank you for coming on. And on the 2nd of July, you go 1-0, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Always good to have you on. You're always welcome to come on the channel, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And you.
Thank you,
See you
mate.
later.